Hi everybody. Rachel and Jake here. Welcome.
No, you're not doing the intro.
Okay, do the intro.
Hi everyone, we are here together for our first video sitting beside each other, which feels very awkward and interesting.
But nice.
On Instagram and Facebook, we put it out there for people to ask us some questions. We're gonna answer those 3 questions today and then hopefully do this again another time, and then maybe we can get more questions, get more people involved. So the first question is, I miss you, are you having any more children? So I miss you too, and no, we're not gonna have any more children. Are you comfortable saying that you have had a vasectomy?
I've had a vasectomy.
As soon as I had Jade, I knew that I didn't really want to go through pregnancy and birth again. Although if I do see another newborn baby out there in the world, I can get a bit of baby fever. And there has been times where I've actually asked Jake how he would feel about reversing his vasectomy, but I'm never really that serious about that. I'm happy with 2. I think you're happy with 2.
Yep, very happy.
Iris and Jade just have made our family feel complete. We've taken precautions and we're not having any more babies.
And there's a certificate too that you signed.
Oh yeah, so when I was in my first trimester with Jade, I made Jake put up this note. I'll show you. Yeah, it says, I feel sick, nauseous, and tired. I will not have another baby. So I signed this note on November 1st, 2015. We both signed it. Jake was my witness. Yeah, just those struggles in the first trimester. I always wanted to remember that I didn't want to go through that again. We have it in writing. The next question was from a family member. They're wondering if there are any cottages to rent in Vernon.
Up at Predator Ridge, there are golf cottages that you can rent. And I know in the off season up there, wintertime, there's probably a lot more rental options. There's also stuff up at Silver Star. There are little cottages up there. Even on Cal Lake out towards Cousins Bay area, there are cottages out there. I don't know about vacancy out there. And then also the Strand. Clients have stayed at the Strand and there's typically rentals there. I know vacancy is really low right now. But if you check those 3 spots, Predator Ridge, Silver Star, and the Strand, hopefully that will give you some options. Long-winded? Yeah.
Nice. So this was a really good question that we got for the last one. It's definitely a real estate related question. This person asked us, how do you afford a down payment when you have 5 children? And that is an awesome question because I could definitely see how that would seem overwhelming.
I think you gotta start with what you want, and you always put that at the top of your list. Think about the house you want and the neighborhood you want. Even driving around and looking at picking out the house that you want, you've got to put that at the top of the list. Don't worry about money, don't worry about anything. I know it sounds a little bit out there, but if you're not creating the want at the top, it's going to be so hard to get there. You know, from that point, there's options like vendor financing, maybe a rent to own is an option. You could start with even just getting something smaller that's a little more affordable. But you start with the want. Go to the place that you want and think about that, visualize that, and I'd love to chat with you because I'm doing a lot of that now. So you put your want at the top and you work back from that. So you're not just going, okay, how do I get to this point? You know, working up. It's you visualize what you want in life. Money, everything, houses, it's no different. You've got to think of it every day and go from that spot because nothing's going to make you work harder than think about your dream.
Cultivate the feeling that you would feel if you were living in that house right now.
Yeah. And in fact, that was kind of what we did in a way here. We walked in here into this house. Like, I thought to myself, there's no way we're going to be able to afford this place.
Yeah.
And it's absolutely not going to happen. Wheels were turning. I was starting to think around, and you know, we had a bit of an up and down period trying to get this place, but we knew we wanted it, and if the want's there and it's strong enough, you're going to get it. You can manifest anything you'd like. It's possible.
Good one, Jakey. So I feel like there was more questions for you than for me. So do you have any questions for me?
We look very nice. We look very nice, and
That was a nice fixture to be sitting with in your video.
you add a lot to this.
That's good. Okay, well, that was our first question and answer session. Hopefully next time we put this out there, we'll have even more questions to answer for you guys. That was really fun. Jake and I do plan on maybe thinking of other video ideas that we can do together. And obviously we include the girls in some of our videos too. So we hope you're enjoying some of the content that we're putting out there. And thank you very much for watching.
Bye.